Hello there, I'm Matt and I'm the lead developer here on RPG Tycoon, and I'm here today to show you some of the new features that you can expect within update 0.2, which is codenamed the Economy Update. Now, if you've been signed into the public beta build, which you can opt into on Steam, you've probably seen a few of these features already because you've been testing them for us here. Now, I'm just here to kind of show off to everybody what we're about to release to 0.2 for the public build. This will should go live on Monday, should everything go to plan. So firstly, before I even kick off, one of the biggest features that I want to announce is the support for 4K monitors. From the get-go, a lot of people have been complaining or responding saying that their support for 4K doesn't work because obviously, up to this point, I had only been able to test the game on 1080p resolutions. I have since, with the help of your support so far, purchased a 4K monitor really to just test the game out on, and I can officially confirm that this version of the game that you're seeing right now is running in 4K on a 4K monitor and is running smoothly. It is actually only running at 1080p, but it is actually running at 4K. Full support for 4K will come in the future. We just got to wiggle around a little bit on the way that some of the icons and things are laid out. Now, rather than just sitting here on a menu, I'm going to show you a few things. Now, you may have noticed the screen has kind of changed slightly, not a little bit, just a bit of different layout options, because one of the new features that you might have missed if you haven't been opted in is the addition of save slots. So we have 3 save slots available to you here in the new build, where you can create a new save, name it whatever you want. I'm going to call it Matland with a exclamation point thingy, whatever that is, straight away. Now, here we go. We've got a brand new opening here, which you can see. Some things have changed it's not drastically, but we now have speed controls, just something that I've been aiming to implement for a while now. They're pretty simple. They just kind of pause, fast play and fast forward the game. And everything you've wanted there. So for people that don't want to sit and wait, they don't have to do that anymore. They can just, skip through things and speed up. You can see that the times goes by. I decided to kind of limit it back a little bit. I didn't want it to be too fast, but it's fast enough that you should be able to skip through things should you want to do that. Now I'm just gonna stick it on pause real quick. One of the other things, we've got a little finance menu here, which I'll come back to later. And we've got an achievement screen. At the moment, it's not showing anything, but these all show and track your achievements. So I'm just sticking together a new town at the moment, so I'm going to just get started into that. Now, as you see, I'm making purchases here, and this is appearing on my finance screen and showing me exactly what's going on. Some players have complained that they weren't quite sure what was happening with expenses and things like that, so you can now easily track that with this kind of layout of your gold spending, and also you can see when it happens what renown you are coming into. So there's that. It's a great new feature for people that want to use that. One of the kind of biggest features that I wanted to implement in the economy update is this idea of actually economical importance. So I'm just going to place a tavern down, and we'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to hire a hero. So I'm going to hire Tara, just because she's actually the cheapest. A little inside hint there. She's the cheapest to start off with. So we'll do that. We'll get her hired. Now, we're paused. She will walk in, and actually AI has changed now to following roads. So road placement is actually much more important. If you have a road and the pathfinding is suitable enough, they will prioritize walking on your roads other than walking on the grass. Now, one of the coolest things is this little upgrade button here. You might have noticed it's changed slightly. We now have a supply thing as well. This is basically part of the economy system that we've added in. And you can now upgrade your storage, your sale value, your recovery time, and your restock amount. So if you're getting fed up of how long it takes your heroes to recover in the tavern, you can upgrade this little doohickey here, and they will recover themselves lightning fast. So that is available, but you do have to spend 100 gold and 20 renown. So part of the important things of this update was to try and encourage players that there are more ways to play the game than the quest system, which is being worked on in the next few updates. That's kind of the focus of getting to 0.3, will be redesigning the quest system, making it a bit more fluid. So this is kind of allowing players a different way to play the game and giving them more to do whilst things are happening in quests. Tara's now back, and we've got these weapons here. So this was added actually in 1.7. You can keep items and you can work with them in your inventory and send them to your stores once you get stores. Now, how do you get stores, I hear you asking? Well, you actually now have to build a library and use the new system that's part of the library here. When you click on the library, we've now got a tech tree implemented in place where you spend books, which at the moment you can only purchase for a certain amount of gold. So for this one you need 100 gold. I'm not going to do that because I'm out of money. But as you buy books, you can then spend the books and unlock new technologies like production technology up here and stores, etc. Another interesting feature that I'm really glad to have finally gotten around to sorting out is you can now build behind buildings. I know this has been something that I've kind of just been putting it off for a while, so apologies about that, but it's sorted now. You can now actually place buildings. Buildings basically go into a standby mode when you're in build mode now, and you can't select them anymore, so they're essentially invisible as far as the game is concerned. But you can build and place roads and things and buildings and stuff behind other buildings now, so you should have more control over the way you want to lay your kingdom out. Something else that's kind of been fixed in just even recently up to 0.2 is adventurers, when they first walk in, they would kind of walk and stand in places where they shouldn't really stand. So their AI has been improved slightly, and again, they are choosing to walk along paths if they can. So it's definitely much more important to place paths, especially with the new updates that are on the way. So I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit here. So yes, purchase your books as acquired, like this, and buy some more books. And we now have 2, so we can buy the production stores. Okay. So once you've spent your money on the appropriate things, you can now place potion stores. Now, a new addition to the potion store since the last update is actual potions, and they look a little different. The store looks a little different here. And same way, I've kind of tried to create a common system throughout all of the store systems. So you'll see there, if I then open up, build a weapon store as well, I can then use the weapons that I've acquired from the quest, send them to the store through this, and do the same. They're now locked to the store, you can't send them back to the inventory, and they are on offer for your adventurers to come and buy. So you see kind of similar design here with the way that we're placing weapons. This will have a bit more of a UI update as things go along. It's kind of just a placeholder right now. But you can auto stock should you feel the need to. You can, instead of supplying yourself or using a blacksmith or something, you can pay if you want to take the gamble. So it's going to cost 200, but that shield is only worth 46. So without my upgrades, which I can use to actually upgrade the sale value, it's not really worth it. So I just wasted about 150, which I'll get back from selling these guys because it was free, but a bit of a waste of money. So there he goes, he's now off. He's purchased a potion. So you can see here there's now only 3 of these in stock. Same thing, you can hit restock and it will fully restock the items for 10 gold. Or it might be 100, no, it was 10. Okay, and you can upgrade your health and your price that you're selling your potions at. Okay, so I've built my my tavern. But what if I suddenly decide that I want to, it's in quite high demand, so I'm going to actually upgrade the amount of storage that my tavern has. Now, I could choose to just quick restock the tavern and buy 10 batches for 250 gold, but I would rather make an investment into a groggery, which is 1,500 gold, and I'm actually going to put, it fairly close to, actually no, I want to show this off, so I'm going to put it down here. I want to put my kind of industry things down here. So I'll just quickly buy a dirt road and connect this up. He's probably going to come out of there at the moment. For some reason he comes out the side of the building. That should be fixed by the time we upload this. Right. So, this is part of the groggery, which went into 1.8, I believe, but will be part of 0.2. So, you can adjust how fast you want the brewing process to be. The quality doesn't really make much of a difference right now. That will come within the next couple of updates. It will have much more of an effect on your hero's happiness and things like that when that gets added in later down the line. And basically, the groggery will brew grog. A little agent guy will go and plop it into the tavern for you. And the more grog you have, the more he'll come back and forth and he'll do that. So if we just set it to very fast and we fast forward the game, again, another great use for that tool. Notice that I haven't really done any quests or anything, so if you don't want to play that side of the game where you send your heroes on quests to receive essentially free stuff, you can spend money in the game to do it for you if you're not interested in that part of the gameplay. But the game kind of pushes you to doing the quest because you get free things. So there you go. He's just dropped off some grog to the tavern, and he'll now go back and forth from the groggery in the tavern if there's more to go. So at the moment there isn't, so wait there. I think it's about to, yeah, he's about to batch one. There you go, another batch. So he's going to take that to the tavern and he'll sit and restock the tavern for you. So the tavern is essentially now self-sufficient, and if you get your followers up high enough, more adventurers will come. Again, another reason to do quests, because followers are based on your quest results. And from there, that's, you'll get more money and you'll be able to unlock the Tower of Achievements inside the decorations menu. And, essentially self-sufficient your kingdom. And your kingdom can become fairly self-sufficient. So, yeah. I actually really like seeing him just walk kind of back and forth. It just adds a bit of life to the kingdom. And, Tara's decided that she's going to get up and walk around a little bit. It's something I really want to focus on, is bringing in more of the heroes and adding more life to the kingdom. And I'd love eventually for her to walk around and interact with things like the adventurers do, make the adventurers a bit more interactive with the kingdom. That will come a bit further down the line. So now we also have a blacksmith. Now what the blacksmith does, it actually crafts weapons for you, slightly of a lower value than if you were to go on a quest and do them yourself. You can actually upgrade the item value if you want to do that. If you really hate doing the quests, you can upgrade them so you don't have to do that, and you'll just get items straight away. At the moment it's a bit buggy and will actually give you reasonably good items because there's no statistics management yet in the sort of rarity of the items you get. So you could get a really low value item that's really good. So if you're wanting to equip with your heroes, it's a good way to do it, to get possibly quite decent items, but you're never going to be able to sell them for that much money, unfortunately. Whereas if you do them and receive items on quest, you can get about 200, 300, 400 just for one item. And then if you've got your upgrades in the store, you can sell them for a sheer amount of money. So I would highly recommend that. So yes, that's just some of the features that are coming to the 0.2 update of RPG Tycoon very shortly. It's probably available on the public beta now whilst this video is up, so feel free to opt into that if you want to play around and do some bug testing. Just going to be tweaking some final things to make sure it's running a bit more stable. There's a couple of game-breaking bugs that I just need to iron out first, and then when that's all sorted out, and to the best of it possibly can before you guys get your hands on it and no doubtly break it even more, and make me work even harder to satisfy you guys. This is just a kind of a quick preview of what's to come. I guess finally the last thing to add is that after this goes live, we don't stop. I will be working very, very hard on improving the quest system. I want to make it more in-depth, more challenging, more interesting, more story-based. It's really going to be the main focus of the next set of updates. And it will really look at how we can explore the quest system. I'd love to bring the contracts, which I'm going to probably change the name of to something around, probably along the lines of bounties or something similar like that, because I think that'll be really interesting. So, and then they're going to be very mission based, so there's going to be very specific objectives to achieve for that, and it won't just be based on quests, it'll probably also be based on the Tycoon kind of gameplay of earning money from things. You know, think back to Theme Park Inc. or Theme Park World, when you had, you know, you had to raise, or a roller coaster tycoon or that kind of thing, where you would have to achieve a certain amount of money in a certain time limit and things like that. So I'd really like to develop that. It'll probably push a bit more on the economy. There might be ways to attract adventurers a bit more and direct them specifically to one place. I'd really love to be able to do that. So it's definitely in the list of things to do. But we'll see as progress continues where we'll go with it, but it's definitely the main focal point of the next set of updates. Please feel free to leave any feedback in the forums. You can also email skitanicstudios@gmail.com or tweet Skitanic Studios on Twitter, and I'm often up there doing constant live updates whilst I'm working on the game. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for purchasing the game, and I hope that this gives you some new things to play with, and as always, we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye!